When was the last time you got tested for HIV? It's a question many shy away from answering. HIV testing is a deeply private undertaking to be agonized over and prepared for, with many shying away from getting tested. Well, members of the public will soon be able to access self-testing HIV kits at no cost in public health facilities, which is a move aimed at encouraging more Kenyans to establish their status in the privacy of their homes.
The labels on the neat little blue and white packages declare that these are home testing HIV kits, a fairly novel idea in the country. The contents spill over onto the table, and with just one prick, just one drop of blood, the test begins. This is a first of two options: a HIV self-testing kit, which requires one to draw their own blood and mix it with one of three solutions in the vials. In 5 minutes, they will know their HIV status, a single dot meaning they are HIV negative.
You start with the upper part of the gum.
The alternative for those who are queasy about needles and blood is a testing kit which only requires an oral swab to be placed in a solution. Within 20 minutes, the tester has his or her answer.
If you test yourself today with a self-test and it comes out negative, you need to repeat again after 3 months if you've had an exposure. After that, if it comes out negative again, so you go back to annual testing.
These are the two self-testing kits launched by the Ministry of Health last May, targeting members of the public who shy away from testing at health centers.
According to our data that we collect, very few men are testing.
Members of key populations are now able to test themselves regularly in privacy.
Sometimes at the VCT also we have long queues, and there are people who going to see a counselor. They fear that if I come out positive, what is he or she going to think about me?
For the last 11 months, the kits have been sold in selected pharmacies in Nairobi and Mombasa at a cost of 500 shillings each. A mobile phone application dubbed Be Sure directs users to the nearest pharmacies where the kits are sold. Over 4,000 kits have been purchased to date, but this isn't enough to address the gap. And later this year, the ministry intends to start distributing the kits for free at public healthcare facilities.
For example, if you come to the VCT and you're testing and your partner does not want to come, we will also screen you for intimate partner violence, and if it's okay and you accept, we can do a demonstration. You go home and test your partner.
But when we asked members of the public whether they were willing to purchase and use the kits, many expressed concern that in the absence of counselors, individuals would not be prepared to handle the test results.
Kuna watu wengine wanaweza pata na mshtuko wakati anajipima kwa nyumba apate kwamba akona ugonjwa wa HIV na hata maybe afariki kwa kupata na mshtuko wa moyo.
Kama kuna mwenye anaona kutesti kwa nyumba ni mzuri kwa watu wengine wataki kujulikana.
Further, users have to contend with the fact that there are fake kits in the market. The toll-free number 1190 was created to provide support to members of the public taking the tests alone. Later in the year, the kits will be available in 14 counties including Homa Bay, Kisumu, Murang'a and Kiambu. The government hoping that the kits will prove an effective weapon in the war against HIV and AIDS. Wilkisa Nyabwa, Citizen Weekend.